7 juice brands filled with high-fructose corn syrup sits in grocery stores across America right now. And millions of people buy them every single week, thinking they know what's inside. Sunny D, Hawaiian Punch, Tampico, High C, Ocean Spray's Cranberry Cocktail, V8 Splash, and Kool-Aid Bursts line the shelves in the juice aisle, and their labels covered in pictures of fresh fruit, positioned right next to actual juice, as if they belong there. What the labels don't tell you is that most of these products contain somewhere between 0 and 5% actual juice, and everything else is just water, high-fructose corn syrup, artificial dyes, and chemical sweeteners. That innocent-looking juice box sitting in your kid's lunchbox can delivering more sugar per ounce than Coca-Cola, triggering blood glucose spikes similar to drinking straight soda. The World Health Organization warns that free sugars should make up less than 10% of daily calories. The companies behind these drinks have spent decades and millions of dollars making sure you wouldn't notice the difference. The juice drink industry turned sugar water into a $24 billion empire, and they did it one misleading label at a time. Let's start with what's actually inside that bottle. Sunny D's Tangy Original comes with bright orange color and a cheerful sunshine on the label, the kind of packaging that makes you think you're buying orange juice. 5% juice and nothing more. An 8-ounce glass delivers just 5% actual fruit, while the rest breaks down to water and high-fructose corn syrup, carrying 14 grams of sugar, 12 of which count as added sugar. The orange color doesn't come from oranges at all, but from yellow number 5 and yellow no 6 dyes. And if you check the ingredients, you'll also find canola oil and modified cornstarch mixed in. Sunny D still sits in the refrigerated juice section of every major grocery store, displaying 100% vitamin C right on the front of the label, and pulls in roughly $345 million in annual revenue. Hawaiian Punch tell the same story, but with different numbers. 5% juice makes up the product, and the other 95% is water and high-fructose corn syrup. 5% juice makes up the product, and the other 95% is water and high-fructose corn syrup, delivering 16 grams of sugar per 8 ounces. Those typical fruits advertised all over the packaging, the passion fruit, the papaya, and the guava, they show up only as trace ingredients at less than 2%. Red 40 and blue 1 dyes create the red color. The product started back in 1934 as an ice cream topping syrup, before anyone thought to sell it as a drink. And now, 99% of US customers recognize the brand. Tampico Citrus Punch pushes the deception even further. Less than 2% juice fills the bottle, while prominent citrus imagery covers every inch of the package. The company compensates for minimal sugar by throwing in 3 artificial sweeteners, all at once: sucrose, acetate potassium, and neotame. You can walk into a store and buy a gallon jug for $1.50. And that rock-bottom price tells you everything you need to know about how much actual fruit made it into that formula. High C Flushing Fruit Punch, which Coca-Cola owns, contains 10% juice. A single 6-ounce juice box delivers 22 grams of total sugar, which works out to more sugar per ounce than Coca-Cola itself puts into its soda. The product slaps made with real fruit juice across the label, while the named fruit flavors make up less than 0.5% of what's actually inside. Schools and stores place these juice boxes right next to real juice products, marketing them directly to children who can't tell the difference. Ocean Spray Cranberry Juice Cocktail might be the most commonly confused product on this entire list. The bottle contains 27% juice, and most people who buy it assume they're purchasing pure cranberry juice. An 8-ounce serving dumps 28 grams of sugar and 110 calories into your body. The word cocktail, printed on the front, is the only thing distinguishing this from Ocean Spray's 100% juice products. But bold cranberry imagery and 100% vitamin C claims make that distinction easy to miss. V8 Splash Berry Blends take advantage of the V8 brand's health reputation while delivering only 5% juice. And that juice doesn't even come from berries, but from sweet potato and carrot concentrates. The berry flavor you taste comes entirely from artificial and natural flavoring, plus Red 40 dye. Stores stock it right next to the genuinely nutritious V8 original vegetable juice. Kool-Aid Bursts contain a 0% juice. Absolutely nothing. Its stores sell it in the juice aisle anyway. Retailers categorize it under juice boxes and pouches on their websites. And the marketing copy actually says, if your kids love our Kool-Aid juice pouches or juice boxes, try Kool-Aid Bursts. The label technically classifies the product as an artificially flavored soft drink, but the placements and packaging make that distinction disappear. FDA labeling regulations explain how they get away with all of this. Federal law says only beverages containing 100% juice can be called simply juice, and products with less have to add a qualifying term like drink, cocktail, punch, or beverage. The catch is that the law sets no required minimum juice percentage for any of those terms. A juice drink can legally contain 2% juice or 50%, and the regulations don't care which. The real problem is where the information shows up on the package. The juice percentage declaration has to appear on the information panel by law, which means the back or side of the package and never the front. The front label, meanwhile, faces virtually no restrictions on fruit imagery. So a product with 2% juice can feature the same blush photographs of whole oranges, berries, and tropical fruits as 100% juice product. A 2020 study analyzed 39 children's drink brands and found that fruit imagery representing 19 different fruits appeared across products ranging from 0 to 100% juice. The researchers said it was impossible for caregivers to identify the primary ingredients without carefully inspecting the nutrient fact panel. That 100% vitamin C claim clustered all across every label refers to fortification with cheap ascorbic acid, not nutrients derived from actual fruit. During the 1993 rulemaking process, the FDA explicitly determined that 100% vitamin C on products that aren't 100% juice wouldn't be considered misleading, and that decision still benefits manufacturers today. The sugar content in these drinks tell a story that most people don't want to hear. A 12-ounce serving of Coca-Cola contains 39 grams of sugar. High C delivers more sugar per ounce than Coke does. Ocean Spray Cranberry Juice Cocktail packs 45 grams per 12 ounces, which works out to 15% more sugar than Coca-Cola. Even 100% juices carry massive sugar loads. 8 ounces of apple juice contains 24 to 27 grams, and grape juice contains 36 to 38 grams per cup, exceeding what you'd get from grape soda. The American Heart Association sets strict limits at a maximum of 24 grams of added sugar per day for women and children, and 36 grams for men. A single 8-ounce glass of Ocean Spray Cranberry Cocktail contains 28 grams, which exceeds the full daily limit for women and children in one serving. The World Health Organization recommends free sugars make up less than 10% of total energy intake, and ideally below 5%, which works out to roughly 25 grams per day. Those limits apply to all sugars, whether added or natural, and that's what the industry desperately wants to keep hidden from consumers. Your body doesn't distinguish between natural fruit sugar and high-fructose corn syrup when it comes to metabolic impact and glycemic index response. The World Health Organization classifies sugars in all fruit juice, including 100% juice, as free sugars, in the same category as added sugars. Juicing removes fiber from fruit, and without fiber, those juice sugars get absorbed rapidly and cause blood glucose spikes, metabolically similar to drinking soda. The health consequences show up clearly in the research. A meta-analysis published in Diabetes Care followed more than 310 participants and found individuals consuming 1 to 2 servings daily of sugar-sweetened beverages had a 26% greater risk of type 2 diabetes. An umbrella review covering 22 million individuals across 47 meta-analyses confirmed convincing evidence for links to cardiovascular disease, depression, kidney stones, and elevated uric acid. The American Academy of Pediatrics takes an even harder line. No juice at all for children under 12 months. Maximum 4 ounces per day for ages 1 to 3, and maximum of 8 ounces per day for ages 7 to 18, with whole fruit universally preferred over any juice. Walk into any school cafeteria and you'll see juice boxes everywhere. Anyway, because the USDA National School Lunch Program counts juice as a fruit serving in school lunch programs. A Cleveland Clinic dietitian explained the problem this way. A single cup of orange juice basically has all the sugar you should have in a day. And how many of us only have an 8-ounce glass? The industry built a marketing machine specifically designed to confuse consumers, and the research proves it works exactly as intended. A 2021 study found only 3.1% of respondents who looked at the front of the packaging of Capri Sun's Roaring Waters correctly assessed it contained no juice. 3% got it right, while 97% were fooled. Another study found that 97% of children's fruit drinks showed images of fruit on the front regardless of fruit content, and 37% of drinks with fruit imagery contained no juice from any of the fruits pictured. Parents who participated in research identified 5 specific strategies that contributed to their confusion. Front-of-package claims, implying health benefits, cross-branding from trusted brands like V8, side-by-side, shelf placement next to healthier products, lower prices than real juice, and targeted marketing aimed at both children and parents simultaneously. The industry spent massive amounts of money keeping this confusion alive. Food and beverage companies spent nearly $14 billion annually on U.S. food advertising. In 2018, companies spent $18.5 million on TV ads for sweetened children's drinks versus $13.6 million for the unsweetened options. Children ages 2 to 5 saw twice as many TV ads for sugary drinks as for unsweetened juice products. 45% of fruit drinks featured child-directed marketing on packaging through cartoon characters, fancy themes, and kid-directed text, compared to only 16% of 100% juices. The racial targeting documented in research studies is disturbing. Black children saw more than twice as many TV ads for Minute Maid lemonade as white children saw. Sunny D and Capri Sun devoted approximately 25% of their TV ad spending to Spanish-language television. Research shows non-Hispanic Black children had markedly higher fruit drink intake than other racial groups. Even when controlling for income, children in the lowest income quartile had 45% higher odds of drinking sugar-sweetened beverages 3 or more times a day. The industry's most brazen legal moment came in 2014 with a Supreme Court case POM Wonderful versus Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola's Minute Maid product contained 0.3% pomegranate and 0.2% blueberry juice, but displayed pomegranate and blueberry in large capitals with prominent fruit imagery all over the label. The Supreme Court ruled 8-0 in June 2014 that FDA compliance does not protect companies from false advertising claims. Yet, while the Federal Trade Commission oversees advertising standards for deceptive marketing, a 2016 jury ultimately found Coca-Cola's labeling did not mislead customers anyway. A wave of class action lawsuits filed in 2015 targets products labeled 100% juice that contain synthetic citric acid or ascorbic acid. Cases against Capri Sun, Mott's, and Treatsol all argue that synthetic additives negate the 100% juice claim. These lawsuits follow earlier settlements, including Naked Juice's $9 million settlement in 2013 for falsely advertising as all-natural. This is a $24 billion industry built on a labeling loophole that regulators have refused to close for decades. Juice drinks, which means products with up to 24% juice, account for nearly half of all juice market revenue globally. Capri Sun alone generates approximately $599 million in U.S. sales annually, with over 6 billion pouches sold globally per year. Combined with Kool-Aid and Kraft Heinz, they control roughly 70% of the aseptic juice segment. The same companies selling you soda also sell you healthy juice. Coca-Cola owns Minute Maid, Simply Orange, and Honest Tea. PepsiCo owns Tropicana, Naked Juice, and Gatorade. They've mastered offering you poison with the one hand and the antidote with the other, while charging premium prices for both. The rules stay tilted in their favor because they fight to keep them that way. Current FDA regulations were designed in the early 1990s and haven't kept pace with the increasingly sophisticated marketing tactics. Multiple peer-reviewed studies have recommended the FDA update front-of-package disclosure requirements, but meaningful reform hasn't happened because the industry fights it every step of the way. The most infamous scandal in this industry's history shows just how far some companies will go. From 1979 to 1987, Beech-Nut, the nation's second-largest baby food maker, sold millions of jars labeled 100% fruit juice that contained no apple juice whatsoever, just water, sugar syrups, flavoring, and caramel coloring. A company chemist repeatedly warned executives, who dismissed him. Beech-Nut ultimately pleaded guilty to 215 felony counts and paid approximately $25 million in fines and settlements, and 2 executives were convicted and sentenced to prison. The 1999 Sunny D incident in Wales became a global cautionary tale. A 4-year-old who drank 1.5 liters daily of Sunny Delights turned bright yellow-orange from excess beta-carotene. UK sales halted by 2001. The brand has been reformulated multiple times since then, and the current US formula replaces beta-carotene with synthetic yellow 5 and yellow 6 dyes. Knowledge without action just makes you angry. So here's what you can actually do with all this information. Learn to read labels the right way. The front of the package is marketing, designed to sell you, and the back contains the actual information you need. Any product labeled drink, cocktail, punch, or beverage is not juice. If water or any sweetener appears as the first ingredient, the product sits naturally closer to soda than to fruit. The juice percentage declaration appears near the top of the information panel, on the back or side of the package, never on the front. Watch for these red flags: juice cocktail, juice drink, made with real fruit, 100% vitamin C, unless it also says 100% juice from concentrate, fruit punch, and ingredient lists longer than 3 items. Looking for actual juice means finding products labeled not from concentrate, though you should still limit consumption. The best products list a single ingredient, like orange juice or apple juice, and nothing else. They also have short shelf lives, because real juice goes bad fast when there aren't preservatives holding it together. The truth is that the best alternative isn't better juice, but not drinking juice at all. Water, whatever plain or sparkling, with a slice of fruit, gives you hydration without the sugar crash. Whole fruit delivers fiber, nutrients, and natural sweeteners without spiking your blood glucose. Fresh squeezed juice, made at home, should be limited to 4 ounces maximum and treated as dessert, not a healthy drink. The research makes clear what kids should actually consume. The American Academy for Pediatrics guidelines from 2017 state under 12 months get 0 juice. Ages 1 to 3 get a maximum 4 ounces per day, which is half a juice box. Ages 4 to 6 get a maximum of 6 ounces per day, and ages 7 and up get a maximum of 8 ounces per day. Those are maximums, not recommendations. Train them to drink water early. They'll fight you for a week, and they'll drink water, and you'll save them decades of health problems. Most products sitting in the juice aisle contain between 0 and 5% real fruit, and the race breaks down to water, high-fructose corn syrup, and artificial everything. They pack the same sugar as soda, and often more, and research links them to diabetes, obesity, and accelerated aging. The industry has spent millions lobbying to keep customers confused while targeting children and low-income communities with the most aggressively deceptive marketing campaigns. 78% of parents believe fruit drinks are healthier than soda, and the industry built a $24 billion empire on exactly that belief. You know better now. You know that 100% vitamin C does not mean 100% juice, that pictures of fruit mean absolutely nothing, that the critical information stays hidden on the back of the package in small print, exactly where they hope you won't look. Look past the juice aisle next time you're in the grocery store. Grab some actual fruit instead. Your body will thank you, and the industry that's been lying to you for decades will have to find something else to fool you with. Thank you for watching the video all the way to the end. Consider leaving a like or subscribing. There will be a playlist of similar videos on your screen, and we're hoping to see you in the next one.